Plot to force Emefiele out of office. Attack and smear CBN and Buhari exposed. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. A fresh plot to attack and smear the name of the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Godwin Emefiele, and President Muhammadu Buhari in a bid to force Emefiele out of office was on Thursday exposed. A group under the aegis of Coalition of National Interest Defenders, which exposed this government in Abuja, also exposed the move to stage anti-Buhari Emefiele's protest at the CBN headquarters and foreign embassies. The coalition, which raised the alarm, noted that the sponsored protest and coordinated attack and smear campaign against Emefiele and President Buhari backed CBN policies. Speaking at its press briefing on Thursday, the convener of the coalition, Barrister Asorock, said the move is to fabricate another allegation to help them arrest the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria and force him to resign to pave the way for the appointment of a stooge as acting CBN governor, despite numerous judgments from courts of competent jurisdiction. The group said that despite the clear and direct orders of the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, the Department of State Services (DSS) was insistent that it would arrest Emefiele. Asorock said the flagrant violation of the rule of law was very worrisome and called on all authorities to intervene, adding, Nigeria is a democratic nation and as such, the rule of law must prevail at all times. On the alleged looted 89 trillion naira stamp duty fund, the bill asked a series of questions. How could it be possible that a 50 naira charge on electronic transaction is more than the entire financial transaction in the country? How can they say we have 89 trillion naira from stamp duty of 50 naira charge while the entire nation's foreign reserve is not near that amount? How is it possible that we can have 89 trillion naira while the entire access of our nation banks, bank profit and all deposits at the banks are not up to that amount? How can we have 89 trillion naira from just 50 naira charges when the nation's total budget since 2016, when President Muhammadu Buhari first presented a budget to date, is about 95 trillion naira? It means that this amount could have funded all the budget of the country since this administration assumed office. Just how could that be? The group asked. The group alleged that money launderers, vote buyers, election riggers, and corrupt politicians are the sponsors of the plot to remove the CBN governor. Some governors who looted the bailout funds in the state from whom the CBN recovered huge amount, including a governor from whom the CBN recovered 20 billion naira, are part of those asking for Emefiele's head, the group said. The group also alleged that the $2 million has been mobilized to organize media smear campaigns and protests. The group alleged that groups such as Transparency Africa, League of Professionals for Good Governance and Accountability, and an illegal faction of the National Youth Council of Nigeria have mobilized to carry out this protest beginning from the 9th of January. The group urged the DSS to apologize to Mr. Emefiele for the trauma they have put him through, apologize to President Muhammadu Buhari for opposing his policies and show support. Also, the coalition called for the President to authorize the Attorney General of the Federation to institute a criminal inquiry into the latest happenings and reiterated its call for the sack of the DG of the DSS and so not to interfere with investigations. Now, wow, this particular changing or redecoration of the Naira has made some people, I don't understand, plus the new monetary policies is making some people to drink sniper. What is going on? What is going on? Ever since that, first of all, the Naira was redesigned, and then the policy of we are going to withdraw 100,000 naira per week. Ever since they brought out that policy, some people have been running helter-skelter. a lot of people have been running helter-skelter. And they are not just ordinary Nigerians like you and me. Ordinary Nigerians like you and me are just complaining. The people who are running helter-skelter are politicians. They are asking, in fact, it is since that time that they've been calling for Emefiele's resignation. My take is that Buhari is behind the action of the DSS against Emefiele. Anybody thinks otherwise is a compound fool forever. Does the DSS bitchy not report or take orders from Buhari? Try to get a little more sensible if you think that bitchy can wake up and go after Emefiele without Buhari's consent. Buhari is the worst evil that will ever befall Nigeria. Now they say Buhari run Emefiele streets now. Because from what I gathered, Buhari is actually behind Emefiele in all these things. You understand? They will tell you Buhari is not aware. Can someone bring food for education and say the woman of the house is not okay? And say the woman of the house does not know that there is kerosene in the stove? See now they have 89 Boko Haram repentant. Okay, they have Boko Haram repentant. No be money them go take settle them down. I've said it before that they are asking for Emefiele's head so that they can put their own to recover the money they have lost through the Naira color change. I laugh in Jatu. It's not funny. It's not funny. Me, I felt that Emefiele was backed by Buhari because there was a time I read that Emefiele was backed by Buhari, so I don't know why all this. Mr. Godwin Emefiele, being the worst CBN governor in Nigeria, relatively short history, belongs to the dustbin. I urge the DSS not to relent and arrest for prosecution this useless charlatan for ransacking Nigeria's economy and plunging Nigerians into woe and poverty, among other crimes. And I'm going to also say this: if he is found guilty, he should serve his term. If he is found guilty of the crime he's been accused of, they should not spare him. But if he's not guilty, then they should let him be. What proof do you have? God will judge all of you who out of sentiment, hatred, and the lies come out with substantiated and untenable allegations. God will only forgive you if you can prove your accusations they are true. Otherwise, your life and generations will be haunted by evils they know nothing about. So don't be small so every day so. Like I said, if this man committed a crime, then you should pay. Justice should be served. But if not, he, the innocent, should be set and proven free. Alright, on this note, you've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.